Do you want to pass the PMP in one sitting? I believe this video is for you. There are things you need to do to pass the PMP in one sitting. PMP is one of the most prestigious certifications in project management offered by PMI. So this video today is for those who want to pass it in one sitting. I would say it's a difficult exam, but when you apply the right tools and the right things, you will pass it in one sitting. So there are a few things I'm going to mention that would enable you pass the PMP in one sitting. The first things first. The first thing you're going to do is you need to buy a course on Udemy, which worked for me, a course by Joseph Phillips. It's an exam prep course on Udemy. You ensure you download this course. That's the first thing. Second thing, you download another material from Udemy, an exam bank or practice text by Andrew Ramdayal. That's the one I'm recommending. You could also see other tutors there on Udemy. They are all certified, so you can also get their own courses. But the first things first is to get these two materials. One, an exam prep material that has the 35 PDUs or 35 contact hours, especially by Joseph Phillips. I really recommend his own. And these practice tests. Once you get these two things, now you will now follow a structured pattern in preparing for your PMP. So the first thing you do is you go through this exam prep, watch the whole videos, ensure you watch all the videos like religiously. You answer all the questions that comes with the questions that come with the video as they go along, all the whole sections, ensure you go through them. So after this, the next thing you're going to do is you get one of the practice tests. It's usually structured like the real exam, which is 200 questions and 4 hours. So what you do is you condition your mind, take it as a real exam. So once you take this practice test, using all the knowledge you've gathered from the exam prep, you calm down, take it, and submit. The questions that you failed will come up, and you check the ones that you failed. So this is where the work starts. Check all the questions that you failed. If possible, write them out. Then check the topics that cover these questions. Then go back to this exam prep and watch the videos on these topics again. Then once you are done watching the videos on these topics again, go and answer another practice test or another exam bank, which is do not go back to the one that you failed some questions, because it might trick you into believing that you've prepared enough for this exam, because you must have gotten answers to the ones that you failed before. So what you do is you open another one, another set of questions. It usually comes with some sets of questions. You open another one, answer it again, to test your knowledge. So once you test your knowledge, you check the ones you failed again on this exam bank or practice text. As you do that, the same thing that you did before, you write out the questions that you failed, write out the topics that they fall under, go back to the Udemy course and watch the videos again on these topics. Then what you do now is you go back to the first practice test that you did, that you failed some things. But now you must have read things about it. Then you do the questions again, answer the questions again, and see how far you've come. As you do that, you check of course, by now you should fail maybe just a few questions. As you do that, you record the questions that you failed again. So by the time you do this process over and over with different exam questions, do not use just one practice question, because it will trick you into believing that you've prepared for this exam. So you have to use several practice questions, and this is for people who have already done the 35 contact hours, and for people who have registered for the exam. So if you haven't registered for the exam, you can also do it for you to know your level of preparedness, to give you that heads up on when to fix for your exam. So this particular advice is for people who have fixed their exam and it's 3 months from the time you are seeing this video, because I believe it takes at least 3 months for you to prepare fully and pass the exam. It could even take you a year to prepare for the PMP and pass it, because it's a difficult exam. So once you are done, with these two particular steps and do it over and over with different exam practice tests, you write it, you check the ones you failed, check the topics covered, you go back to the video, you watch it again, then also use other materials like the PMBOK, that's the PMI's book, Project Management Book of Knowledge. There is another book you can use to compare your answers to the the ones, or to compare your knowledge to the ones that you've got from from the exam prep video that you got on Udemy. This book, it's exam prep by Rita Mokahi or something. So you get this book by Rita Mokahi, and it's an exam prep book that covers all the topics. So it's usually good for the example. For those of us who like seeing visuals, I recommend the Udemy video by, or the Udemy course by Joseph Philip on Udemy. Buy the course, it's usually about maybe $5 cost. So once you follow these two steps, and with your knowledge that you gather after this, you'll be able to pass the PMP. Well, these few things are the things that you can do to pass it, because a lot of people do so many things to pass the PMP, reading a lot of materials. If you stick to materials that are very relevant to this, you will pass the PMP. If you start getting so many materials at once, you might get confused. Do not try to read so many materials or try to assimilate so many materials. Just get a few, like these ones that I've mentioned, that will just keep you on track, and you will pass the PMP. Do it over and over. PMP is not something that you just rush into and pass. You have to give yourself time. Don't think that you have to um, do it under a week. It's not an exam that you can prepare under a week. You have to give yourself time. So it even takes some people months, maybe 6 months, to fully prepare for it. So calm down, give yourself time, and prepare for the exam before going to write it, and you will come out successfully. And when you pass, remember to wear your blue shirt, like Andrew Ramdaya will always say. Wear your blue shirt and celebrate with a cake. Thank you. And I am Miracle Maduforo, and this is Everything Projects. If you like this video, comment, share, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Instagram, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. See you on the next one. Thank you.